Hey everybody, it's Rob here. We just got a lot more details for the Season 7, Season of the Witchcraft. There's a full patch notes here. We have also some of the patch notes and some of the cool buffs coming also to the Barbarian. We also have like a full overview and a new video that we're gonna watch here from the Diablo Blizzard channel and a good summary of basically the entire season and what we can expect. I'm gonna link those below. And yeah, let's watch the trailer here. Let's go.
The tree is missing some of its heads. In the Season of Witchcraft, the tree is missing some of its heads, which, spoilers, is actually a big deal.
Hell yeah.
Someone has stolen heads from the Tree of Whispers.
So this is basically like the Tree of Whispers bounties that you kind of do.
It's the Wanderer's role to discover the mystery behind who is taking the heads and to what end.
As you progress through the storyline, you work with the Coven, and in exchange for your help, they will give you their own powers. And then you can utilize these powers in Season of Witchcraft.
If you're not familiar, the Tree of Whispers is this...
We tried a lot of these powers and they were very, very powerful in the PTR. Some of them even did like billions and trillions of damage with some maybe a bit weird calculations. We'll see how they're gonna like, you know, balance them out when it goes live.
Ancient tree with heads, you can come and ask for favors from the tree itself, but it will ask for something in return.
Notoriously, no one has been able to get out of their deal with the Tree of Whispers until now.
Who is it that's been freeing these heads from the Tree of Whispers? And what are the fugitive heads themselves trying to accomplish now that they're free from the tree?
And these stolen heads are scattered all around Sanctuary, causing chaos and spreading strange rot, taking over the bodies of the living. Head rotten are what happens when a head from the Tree of Whispers attempts to graft itself onto an already living creature to reclaim that life. They retain some of the tree's power.
Dude, that looks so
Brambles
cool.
and roots grow along the inside of these creatures, bursting out and causing them to essentially have a head detach. And they don't mind sacrificing their living victims in their pursuit to live again.
During the course of the Season of Witchcraft, you're going to work with different witches to help solve the mystery of the missing heads.
The Witches of Hawazar are a coven of witches and chose to serve the Tree of Whispers in exchange for its power. At this point, hatred is spreading all throughout Sanctuary, and for the first time, it's managed to launch an attack at the Tree of Whispers. And though the tree is still standing, it's definitely worse for wear. And the witches that are bound to the tree have to set things right. Investigate, hunt down these heads, and through gathering strength in their witch powers to deal with the encroaching threat, they will be able to uncover what the mystery is.
Okay, so these witchcraft powers look pretty cool. Like, look at this. This is like the bats. Boom. They spin around here. Next witchcraft power. They're gonna be pretty powerful.
In exchange for your help, the witches are offering you their witch powers. And this season, you're gonna be able to tap into 3 major categories of witchcraft power.
Una has eldritch powers, which are tied to the cycle of life and death.
Eldritch powers are the witch's form of dealing damage directly to enemies in the form of fire damage, burning
I mean,
damage.
this is basically endgame content, and it's also affecting like the builds that you will do pretty hefty, because like those powers, like the Atlas, the witchcraft, and like all the different kind of powers, they do like base damage on their own that you can scale with like your character, with your skills, with your paragons, with your passives. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Damage, shadow damage.
Galena has power over psyche, which is illusion and seeing the unseen.
Powers of the mind, will, and soul. And they're the ones that protect you in battle. Growth and decay powers are powers of the swamp.
Caden deals with the body, disease and poultices, familiars.
They're the ones that decay your enemies and heal you in battle.
So you might be going for a fire sorceress, for example, and decide that you want to have ancient mystical frogs helping you in some
I think we're gonna go lightning spear sorcerer again, though. That one's gonna be like still so insane.
way. These are going to be things that you're going to play with to get
Oh, and there's boar lightning sword now. There's new uniques, like new offense for boar lightning.
new levels of power and unique builds that really are special to just this season.
Every class can use every power for every build.
There is
Hell yeah.
also lots
Spin to
of
win.
witchcraft power that can be found while you're adventuring.
Dude, I don't know, whenever they show off Iron Maelstrom, it's still so bad. And they almost show it in every video. It looks cool, but it's just so bad, you know?
There is also lost witchcraft power that can be found while you're adventuring.
This is a special witchcraft power that exists outside the purview of traditional witchcraft powers. So as players progress through the storyline and they complete Whispers, they will earn a seasonal currency. This seasonal currency is used to, one, purchase witch powers, and also upgrade your witchcraft powers. An example of an eldritch power would be a new power, Doom Orb, an ominous orb of pure eldritch energy that circles you and burns enemies with fire damage. Doom Orb gets stronger as you slay enemies and will eventually explode. Doom Orb will also launch itself at enemies if no enemies are near you. So we do have some returning fan favorites coming back in Season of Witchcraft. Players who are fans of our franchise will remember some of these powers are from Diablo 3, specifically the Witch Doctor. Fire Bats is returning from Diablo 3. Those who have played the Witch Doctor also remember the Hex skill.
Dude, the Fire Bats channeling was one of the laggiest playstyles back in the days, but Fire Bats was still super cool. The new season starts next week, guys, on Tuesday, 21st of January, so in just a week from now.
Ode of Hugeness. However, it's been reimagined for Diablo 4 and Season of Witchcraft. This is the Poison Frog Servant.
I just think it's adorable, and I want to have a murderous pet frog follow me through Sanctuary.
Of all the witchcraft powers, something tells me that players are probably going to be the most excited about Prawn Nita. It's effectively a whirlwind of water and chomping piranhas that will just shred your enemies to pieces. And yes, it does pull enemies towards it.
Hell yeah.
So players will be unlocking...
So now Piranha was also a Witch Doctor skill, like pulling in enemies, pixel pulling them essentially, and then allowing you to destroy them.
And upgrading their various witchcraft powers through performing Headhunts. You're going to see that there's an area in the world where the Tree of Whispers has detected fugitive heads. The head rotten are there.
So guys, this is gonna be the purple Helltide. But this is like very close to the Season 2 Helltide. We already played this on the PTR and it's looking really cool. Ton of fun, but yeah, it's basically like a variation of the Helltide.
You go hunt them down.
They like doing this.
And they interact with other monsters in the world of Sanctuary. Best case scenario, they horrifically corrupt that monster to become a new headless form of itself. Worst case, they actually affix themselves to a monster and become a new boss-like entity that has this ancient rotting head on top of this now puppeteered body.
There is a horror in
Okay, they look they look fantastic, like with the root as and then the head is attached to it.
them, a sort of Frankenstein-esque monster. So they have more
It
humanoid
is Frankenstein.
traits, but even stronger powers.
Like flaming swords they're going to be throwing at you, or they might be using poison axes that are hurled your way, or even shadow spears that tear up the ground. So these are going to be some new encounters that you've never seen before. As you perform various whispers in the area, hopefully you see briars out in the world. These are going to indicate that there's a head rotten there. If you manage to successfully take down one of the head rotten and claim a fugitive head, this can be returned to the witches at the Tree of Whispers, and you're going to get special seasonal sockables as a reward.
Man, it's Season 2, dude. Like, these are pretty powerful, though. They are way better than the gems.
On top of that, there will be some new whispers out there. You might have a chance to help a bewitched frog, or there might be a lost wisp that needs to find its way home. As you engage in these whispers, you're going to get reputation with the witches, as well as seasonal currency that you can use to unlock and upgrade your witch powers. So we've seen a lot of great feedback from our players on what are the various features that they most want to see
Armory,
in Diablo 4
boys.
to make our game
It's
even better. One that's come up quite a few times is an Armory. When you save a build in the Armory, it's going to take a snapshot of everything currently on your character. The skill tree.
Dude, it's gonna snapshot. Maybe it's gonna snapshot some effects as well. We'll see. But this is definitely a much appreciated quality of life change, man. Long
Paragon
overdue.
boards, your glyphs on those boards, and all of your gear. Players will be able to access the Armory UI from any major city. You're going to be able to pursue multiple different builds on one class at the same time. This can be pretty cool when leveling up, but it's especially fun once you get into the end game. At that point, whenever you find a cool item that, oh man, this is really strong, but not for the build I'm running right now, oh, but you can still use it. You can still save out separate sets and try to pursue getting really powerful setups of very different versions of your class at the same time. I am excited of what it could feel like to constantly be swapping between these different builds and seeing which one is the most powerful.
I'm excited for people to just immerse themselves in the season.
Me personally, I'm very likely going to be running a companion druid build with the grow power to have a giant.
We're gonna go Earthquake Battle.
Yes.
We have a quest line that is different and emotionally gut-wrenching.
New witch powers, fugitive heads, new whispers.
Really interesting bosses that have unique attack patterns.
Uniques, legendaries, and new runes for Vessel of Hatred players.
There's a lot to try out here, some builds that have never been present before. I'm excited to see what players do with it.
Hell yeah. Guys, so this all is beginning next week in just 7 days, January 21st. We already have a working plan. I already have some builds that I'm going to be linking below as well. We'll link the video here. I'm back from the Diablo channel. And it looks like there's also like part of the patch notes that have already been posted here on the forums. I'll probably do a separate video going through all the changes, and then we'll make tier lists and starter beginner guides, and also like my plans. I'm leaning towards playing this barbarian here, and it looks like they are doubling some of the damage here from the Hammer of the Ancients together with the Earthquake. It's a pretty fun playstyle. And yeah, there's a ton of stuff here for everybody. It looks like they are buffing stuff throughout the board, and this is like basically the overview here of all the different things that you can expect. So there's new runes, new legendaries, new uniques, quality of life updates. We get the Armory, we get the occult gems that you saw, we get like all the witchcraft powers. We have a new quest line with the Headhunts, we have the Headhunts, the enhanced Whisperers, obviously like new battle pass, new season journey, and all this kind of stuff happening next week. I'll have a lot more videos coming. Let's go rock. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.